Good. And we are live. Welcome back, guys, to our Pitch Talk, and welcome back to our segment here called Take a Touch. Today is such a good day. It was a Monday, even though it was raining. I jumped out of bed, happy as Larry, as they say. You know what I'm saying? Hey, how did you get out of bed this morning?
Bro, it was raining, but the sun was shining.
You
Childish,
know that was, you know that was. It was doom and gloom, but it was still a great day. Still a great
bro.
day.
Amazing.
Amazing, amazing. Father, how did you get out of bed this morning?
I fell out of bed. I fell, hit my leg, had a headache. There was no food in the gaff. Everything was just going wrong, man. It wasn't a great night last night.
No, really. No, not
Yeah,
last night. We're talking about this morning. How do you like? When you woke up,
yeah,
did
because I
you,
didn't sleep. I didn't sleep well last night, so it rolled into this morning.
roll into the? Okay, okay, okay,
Um,
okay. Cool. No worries, no worries, no worries. Yeah, because it seemed like your club was starved of ideas yesterday. Couldn't really get it going. It looked like they probably had an uncomfortable sleep as well. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I think the only kind of place to start, or at least so, is the current champions because four defeats in a row. Four defeats in a row. The first time that has happened since 2014, since Brennan, I think I'm pretty sure Brennan Rodgers was your manager.
yeah, it's a little bit. I'm actually like hurt, man. It's actually upsetting me, and I'm
Yeah,
trying not.
I could tell you usually like the contrast from how you were last week to how you are now is a bit crazy because last week I was telling you that I felt like I could do you.
Especially because it's United and it's that United. This is the worst United in like 25 or 35 years or something. Like
No,
these.
no, no, no. The last season United was the worst United, and then the season
Yeah,
before
as in
that
Amarim's
was
United.
for the past
Yeah,
5 years they've been outdoing themselves. For the past 5 years, this has been the worst United.
yeah, Amarim's United. We all know they finished. Where they finished? Not even 11th, 16th or something.
Yeah,
They're absolute dirt, and then they rock up to Anfield, where nobody wins at Anfield. And bro, I'm gonna put it on the manager this time because there's only for so long I can say is the players. Because let's be honest, we hit the post 3 times.
yeah.
Salah's decision making, bro, we should have scored 2 or 3 more goals and we didn't. But
Hmm.
the manager's decision making
Hmm.
is just becoming a bit ridiculous. Bro, we ended the game playing 4-2-4. What are you doing? And you're wondering why you're conceding goals in the last minute. Brother, you can't this is not FIFA, man. You actually need to have control in the game. Um yeah, go on.
Oh, I wasn't about to speak. I thought you were
Oh,
still
okay.
going. But yeah, no, no, I'll let you get the point off your chest. Because I do, because you said you don't want to blame the players, but there is somebody I want to blame. But I'll let you finish before I present my case.
I know it's Van Dijk, but anyways, yeah, we finished the game with midfield two of Florian Wirtz, who's the 10, and Curtis Jones. That's the midfield two, and you're wondering why you're conceding goals in at the very end of games. You can't play this, or we're just gonna overwhelm them with all these attacking players that we bought. It does not work that way. You're getting countered in the last however many games in a row, and losing points at the very end of the games, bro. You like I don't even. I thought this guy was meant to be a tactician. Like, bro, he's moving kind of brain dead right now. Cause I don't even know what was the game plan. And like with the manager, yeah, I can't blame him because with what happened at the start. Because bro, 1 minute in, you go 1-0 down. What can he literally do about that? We have a culprit for that goal. What can he do about that? And that changes the whole dynamic of the game, changes the mood, changes the confidence. You already won. You're starting the game 1-0 down, and now you have it in your head. We've already lost 3 games. Now psychologically, everyone is kind of panicking. Your heart rate is going up. You're overthinking your decisions. You're not playing free flowing football because you know if you lose this game, it's a crisis. It's United at home, and you've already lost 3 games, and now you were 5 points clear. Now you're 4 points behind. How is there a point swing, bro? We were just top of the league like a month ago. What the hell happened? I'm not saying win every single game, but bro, come on. How you conceding between the 80th and the 90th minute in the 3 games in a row, and then when you need to win the game, you just throw all the attackers on, and you have no control whatsoever. Like, what do you think is going to happen? You think the attacker's just going to go and just start scoring? Why don't you start playing 4-2-4 at the start then? If it's such an amazing formation, because we know that's just stupid. That's not how football works. And you got absolutely done. Amarim, fair play to him. Came with a nice game plan. Um, did what he needed to do. A lot of Man United managers haven't come to United and got a sniff. So fair play to him. I saw people saying, "Oh yeah, we had international break. It's going to be 3-0, 4-0, 5-0." Brother, this is not Klopp. This is not back in the day. This is an issue. And for me, I'm just going to say, as of right now, I don't see Liverpool winning the league. It would have to be a coaching masterclass for us to win the league because you're not going to.
This is so different from what you've said for the
I
past
know,
2 weeks.
and I hold my hands up.
Okay, what kind of damage has that United game done to you that you're speaking like this? Because last week, yeah, H wasn't here. You were so bullish about this United game. You said there's no way we're gonna let this shit United side come to Anfield out of all places and win. And I told you they could actually do it because they had a bit of momentum behind you. We were telling you all, at the start of the season, defensively, you guys are food. I said one injury to Van Dijk, and that's it. We'll be telling you Kanate has not been performing well. You'll be telling us about Isaac. Isaac was on the pitch yesterday. He might as well not been on the pitch.
Yeah,
Might as well. Might as well be sitting at home having a ham toast. He did absolutely fuck all on that pitch. You should be eating Boris and Ilib with the man them back in London. Do you know what I'm saying? He did nothing on that pitch. Like, bro, 500 mil. You have to win the league. You can't be telling me you don't see your team winning. You have to be.
I agree with you. The objective is to win the league. If we don't win the league, it's a failure. It's a disaster class. Sack the manager, in my opinion. But I can't be stupid and keep saying we're going to win the league. As it stands right now, we are not the favorites anymore. Where we, I don't know where the next win is coming from. I think we're playing Brentford next. Bro, Brentford needs some points, so they're going to be up for it as well. We
But
we
you
got
playing them away. You've been playing them away, innit?
Yeah, we're playing them away,
Uh,
bro. We can lose that one or draw, and then all of a sudden we're 6-7 points behind you. Even City, maybe it's going to be an Arsenal City title race this season. Who knows? But
with City, I'm worried about City, but I'm not worried about City in the sense of where I was constantly looking over my shoulder last season. Bro, I'm not last season, but the past couple of seasons. Haaland has the most goals for them. The closest person to Haaland has like 3 goals in that
but
City squad.
but that guy, yeah, his goals alone is enough to carry a team. It really
Yeah,
is.
I know, but carry them all the way to a Premier League, like, would be the biggest carry job we'll ever see. Do you know what I'm saying?
No, honestly,
Like right now, like what, like is do you know other people have those like having like I think Nunes has like 1 goal. I think Turkey might have like one. Phil Foden has like one. I think Tijani Randas has like maybe 2 or 3 or something like that in the league alone. So like he could do it, but it's also after a while the guy scoring goals. People are gonna. I know people are already honing him because it's Haaland as well, but it's just gonna be a case of if you stop Haaland, they're not gonna score because who else is gonna step up?
that is
Do you know?
true. But if Marmoush comes back from his injury, Foden gets his form of a couple of seasons ago. But also, Pep has never gone back-to-back seasons not winning a title ever
Mm,
in his whole career. This is like nearly a 20-year career. So
mm.
he's coming with a vengeance as well. I wouldn't sleep on City,
No,
honestly.
I'm not sleeping on City, but the way they're playing, it doesn't really look like they're coming with a vengeance. I'll be honest.
They're
Because
1 point behind you.
the three,
Is it 3 points?
yeah, the 3 points behind us.
3 points. You man are kind of running away with it, boys. What's
Three
going on?
points behind, 3 points behind us. But H, I know you've been sitting there patiently waiting. I know there's a lot that you want to get off your chest because you've been foreshadowing this for the past couple of weeks. Talk to
Brother,
me. What's going on?
brother, I think how many times do I say this on the show? Oh my God, what happened to Virgil? How many times have I spoken about this guy this
It's
season?
even perfect that you even mentioned his name. That's gonna perfectly segue into what I'm about to show you. This is the first goal, yeah, and I don't understand what Virgil is doing because right now, yeah, that goal was conceded. We're about to watch it now. Why is he pointing at Kanate and looking at Kanate? Yeah, let's just watch this, boys. Yeah, I'm not even gonna put any sound on it. Yeah,
Just
so
trapped
the
and run.
ball is in the air. He goes in for the header, clatters into McAllister, doesn't sprint back. Watch him right here.
Yard start on a
Look where Embremo is. Yeah, he could literally easily close that gap. Easily close that gap. Decides not to. A second later, he's telling Kanate to watch it. Embremo scores. He's looking at Kanate. Brother, that is your man all the way through. Like all the way through. But H, I've said enough. I'll let you have the floor.
No, it's perfect because, bro, it just goes back to the point that I've made time and time again about Virgil van Dijk. And a man with waves and a ponytail should not be leading your back line. It doesn't make any sense to me. Brother, that goal, yeah, just epitomizes everything I've been saying and feeling about Virgil van Dijk. In the sense that once you kind of have this guy like sideways, or you're almost facing, you can almost see the back of his jersey. He's raps, man. It's raps. Because that run by Mbuemo, Virgil should have been goal side of him. But he's calling Kanate to, well, why are you calling Kanate? What space are you trying to fill when your left back is already picking up, is already pulling across to cover the man? Who then are you being the centre back? What space are you picking up? Because you should not be there. Next thing you know, because then what happens is, because Kanate is for who's behind Kanate? Is
Acuna.
Cunha's behind Kanate, and then I think Gravenberch is even trying to fill in the space. Because realistically, what should have happened is wherever Gravenberch was, Kanate should have been there, and then Van Dijk should have been on the perfect. Kanate should have Van Dijk should have been on the opposite side of where Mbemo is, which would have allowed enough space for at least Kanate to even be able to settle Cunha. But no, Virgil said, "Is Kanate come and cover me?" Okay, so imagine Kanate now pulls across. What happens then? Cunha is free. What happens then? Bruno Fernandes is free. It's just it's look, every defender has a bad game, but this has been going on for too long. And I've said it time and time again about Liverpool. This way you guys are playing, the atmosphere about within your defenders, it is just terrible. You can be got, and I said it's until you come up against a team that will put away their chances. That's literally just what it comes down to. And you met a team that put the chance. Bro, even look at the Maguire goal. Bro, you lot scored, and this is what I love about Anfield. You know when they're chasing something and everybody's doing up, hey, everybody's shouting, everybody's doing, hey. see what the Maguire went in.
Everybody just silence.
everybody, everybody went quiet. Bro, I'm just so disappointed in the fact that you lot let United come to your gaff and take food out your milk, man. Do you know what I mean? Like, I remember what you guys did to them. What was it, like 2 years ago? Where you whacked them like what, 7-0 or something? And then
Yeah.
look at what's happening now. Because more or less, realistically, Salah's still there, Virgil's still there. Your midfield is brand new, but in terms of your identity and DNA, it's still within that team. Do you know what I mean? And just to really go there and have that food taken out your mouth was kind of crazy to me. But then I just want to point again to you about Virgil van Dijk. You see when he cleared the ball and he kicked into Kirkes' face and he blamed Kirkes and he said, you should have been talking, should have called it. I said, brother, you
Can
can't
I
even
just
say
say
sorry.
Just
can I just,
just say sorry. Just say sorry, bro. My bad, and
can I just say
and just
something
move
on
on.
that? I actually think, yeah, I think Loki Van Dyke is like bullying Kirkes. I'm not even gonna lie. If you watch
100.
every time they're trying to build up, he's complaining at this guy. He'll be telling him to come, he'll be telling him to go. Bro, he's just complaining every time he passes to Kirkes. He's just like always on him. And I'm like, bro, what about you? Like Roy Keane says, and Michael Jackson said, it starts with the man in the mirror.
Bro,
You have to look at yourself. You know what I mean?
brother,
I think you know what it is as well, yeah. Because I seen a stat earlier today that you guys with Trent and with Robbo as well, you had two players in like either in the 90th or 100 percentile for ball carrying or
Hmm.
ball progression. Either one of them. I might be misquoting it, but one of them, anyways. And now you have obviously fullbacks that don't really carry the ball and progress the ball pretty well because Rebel could whip it across. It's just that his legs are finished going back defensively, and anybody. If he came up against a Bremer today, a Bremer would have moved to him so differently. Like it would have been a war crime or would have on the TV. Do you know what I'm saying? But it's like and that's what I was saying to you as well. Is like you were gonna in the summer you were gonna miss Trent because you weren't gonna get that type of service. Like I seen a clip of when you guys beat United at Old Trafford last season, even without Trent, just the football that you guys were playing, you're popping the ball around, finding little pockets, moving and beating United's press with ease. But then watching you guys yesterday, it was just horrible. Like genuinely just horrible. Let me find. I found I found an image here of Liverpool trying to build up yesterday, but yeah, give me 2 seconds. You're actually
Oh, I
gonna
saw
laugh your
that.
head off.
There's
You're
like
gonna laugh your head,
two people
bro.
trying
There's like
to build up
three. There's
everyone
like
else.
three people in there or something like that.
Yeah.
And I seen the picture. I said there's actually no way this is what this fella is doing. You paid 500 mil for this. What is this?
Jesus Christ, man.
What is that? What is that supposed to be? That's a two, what, 5 or 6 at the top?
Yeah. Two two
Like
six.
you, like sorry, I just want to like you guys like United play with two midfielders in the hole. They play with two midfielders. Two. Every team that's beaten United this season have overrun that middle. They ran that midfield raggedy. Do you know what I mean? And look at what you're playing. It's like Slot went to play United at their own game because no one being in midfield suits them to a T. That's perfect, bro. They can absorb. They have 5 in the back, bro. They can absorb this all day long. So playing like this is just a bro. Even Arnie Slot, bro. All the cameras, all the screens that you have, bro. Why are you not seeing this and be like, okay, let me even just change it. Maybe even do add an extra man in midfield, drop a man. Maybe this is even the time where you look at bringing in Verts and not doing the two midfield. Just go and bring Verts in, have him in there with McAllister and Grav. Change it. A bit of dynamism in
So
midfield, but
sorry, H, let
no.
me ask Pato a question. Pato, what is your best 11? Like you actually starting best XR that you believe in week in week out that you'll be able to pick up points. Like what's your best 11?
Couldn't tell you. Honestly, could not tell you because last season I knew the best 11 to a T. This
Mm.
season, the right back Conor Bradley or Frimpong, who starts? Couldn't tell you. Neither of them are as comfortable on the ball as Trent was. Left back Kirkers or Robertson. Robertson has the experience, is a bit more comfortable on the ball. Kirkes obviously has the physical and the pace, but is shaky on the ball. The centre back's cool. The midfield, Gravenberch starts. Other than that, couldn't tell you.
I think you
Honestly,
need to drop McAllister, to be honest with you. I don't think
so do
McAllister will
I.
be
So
offered
do
more
I.
than I think a midfield of Zobo, Grav, and Wirtz would work.
That probably is what should the midfield should be. But when everyone is in form, McAllister's probably the best midfielder out of all of them. So it's like eventually you want him to be playing regularly. Do you know what I mean? If because when you say best 11, you're going based off if everyone's actually playing well.
Mm.
Then the striker, Ekitike is the only attacking player that we have that's actually doing his job. But obviously he's going to start Isak because he's the big money signing. Isak has been
But
stinking.
should they not go on form instead of mirror?
That's the
Because
thing.
if I was Slot, I know we signed you for a lot of money, but at the same time, you need to work to get into this team, bro. This is not Newcastle United. We're not gonna fee on your fee. Do you know what I'm saying? You don't. We're the current Premier League champions. We were winning league titles without you, big man. Do you know what I'm
But
saying?
there's politics, I think, as well behind the scenes because players have all this stuff on their contracts. I'm going to be one of the main starters in the team, all this type of stuff. And if
Mm.
you're a Vert or if you're Isak coming for that amount of money, I'm pretty sure they have that in their contracts.
Yeah.
The problem we have as well is on the wing. We have two wingers who do not beat the man. We have two wingers that are not direct. If this was
Hold Pato, hold that thought. Let me ask you to hold that thought, brother. Yeah, hold that thought. Hold that thought for a second. No player has had a lower dribble success rate of 10% than Mo Salah in the Premier League this season. That has attempted 10 plus dribbles.
yeah, he's with Salah, yeah. Salah had two phases in his Liverpool career. He had the 2018 to 2022 when he was taking people on. Remember that goal he scored against Arsenal where he did David Luiz, all them goals against City, the ones against Watford, Tottenham, Everton. He was actually like taking people on, getting by people, and he was so explosive. Now, in the second latter part of his career, he can see the pass. He knows when to he can win a corner. He's more clever. He can hold the defender off and bring it down and be a target man. But in terms of actually just being a winger and taking people on, that's not his game, which is cool. Everyone he has the output, so that's fine. But then if you go on the other side, we had Luis Diaz last season, and before that we had Sadio Mane. Direct killers. They'll kill you 1v1. What Mane was doing in the Champions League all them years ago, Diaz as well 1v1. What he did to Kyle Walker a couple of seasons ago. But you see Gakpo, his zone is just cut in and try and shoot. If I can't do that, that's it. He's not gonna try to take you on. He's not gonna try to beat you. He doesn't have the pace. He just has a good shot on him. That is literally all he can do. So it's like where's the variety? Last season Gakpo was playing. Okay, he's not being his winger. You whack Luis Diaz on. Now the winger is like, oh, now the person I'm up against is actually trying to take me on. It's a different problem to have. So the wingers are just absolutely crap. Me, if it was me, I would play a diamond and drop Salah, and that's just how it has to be. Because at the end of the day, bro, you're gonna end up getting sacked if you don't do something. Play a diamond, play Ekitike and Isak up top. Play a diamond with Verts, Grav, Soboslai, and maybe Jones because he's mobile as well until McAllister's head is correct. And then maybe when you're playing lesser teams, you can play your 43 and then get that style back and build more confidence. But until then, if you keep playing that front three, if you keep playing this system, you're gonna lose more games. And I guarantee he will be sacked. If we're like seventh or eighth or ninth, at like Christmas, he will be sacked because no one is investing £500 million. And you're talking about, oh yeah, well we go again next season, brother. You're gonna get sacked. You're gonna end up like a Pellegrini, like like a Conte, like a Ancelotti, people that won the league, and then what happened next season? Sacked. Don't be like
Let
that.
me ask you a question. This is what the streets are just saying. This is not me, like just trying to say stuff, but they're now trying to say maybe Slot was lucky last season. Do you know what I'm saying? Winning the league, maybe a lot of variables fell in his favor. He had the blueprint from Klopp, everything already set up. All he just had to do was just light a match underneath it, or just really turn the gas on for it to be cooking, and which he did. Obviously, Man City's downfall as well, and it's not an excuse, but Arsenal being ill prepared and dealing with a million and one injuries. But you should have signed players in the summertime. I'm not making excuses for them. So, do you think now with what you're watching, do you think it's maybe Slot being found out, or is it maybe he's just reverted too much away from what was the winning formula last season? Because I'm really trying to put a finger on pinpoint exactly what's kind of going wrong. Because but now what you guys now is a mess. I'll be honest. It's a bit of a mess.
I think now he's trying to because he said it last season. We were just winning games by small margins, 1-0, 2-1. We're keeping a lot of clean sheets, and he was saying he wants to be like City from the past,
Hmm.
winning matches at half. You're 3-0 up at halftime. You're taking people off. You're slacking people 5-0, 4-0. So
Hmm.
he's basically like, I'm gonna get all these attacking players, and we're just gonna overwhelm them, overwhelm our opponent attacking wise, and hopefully that will be enough to we get a 2-3 goal lead early in the game, and then the game is over. But the thing is, that's not what won you the league last season. What won us the league last season was being controlled, being measured, and also Salah just absolutely exploded as well. This season he's not doing it. So that's another reason because individual, but there's like 50 goal contributions from this guy last season. That was just individual brilliance. There's nothing about coaching. That's just luck that someone just had good form in the season. Do you know what I mean? If Salah had that type of form in one of the other club seasons, maybe we would have won that quad. But he didn't. So that's luck as well. It is looking more and more like it is. He took Klopp's team and it was an easier job because of all the other circumstances. He needs to win this league this season to prove that it's him. He's the one that won us that league. He's the one that coached. His coaching performance was so good that he won the league. If we end up like sixth, seventh this season, win no trophy, then yeah, I'm gonna say, brother, it's because of Klopp's team. Because when it was your team and you had more talented players than you had last season, bro, it all fell apart. So
This is literally this is literally what I've been saying since last season. This is what I've been saying since last season. But you know when you're telling people something, but they're just telling you, ah, but we're winning. Oh, but we're top of the league. It's like since last season, yeah, and I'd sit there and watch Liverpool games. There was nothing. I don't say there was nothing that I was impressed with because, like I said, you guys were very calculated. Like, and Salah was unbelievable last season. But when I actually looked at the essence of how you guys are kicking ball, I never left the game being like, that's that's a world beater team. Sincerely, and that's just from my own perspective. I always felt that it was a case of because you had the personnel that you had, there's a familiarity within them lot as a group. And because of how bad Arsenal were and how bad City were, it was almost like we just have to be winning our games. And like you said, you were winning game. Like obviously you had your 3-0s and 3-1s, 4-0s and stuff like that, but you were winning games 2-1, 1-0, 2-0.
Yeah,
Like you were never there was never like an over like you never like were overbearing for a team where you did a 6-5 on them like that. Do you know what I mean? So for me, it was really a case of like I saw you win the league, and I wasn't like, damn, that was a great team that won the league. Do you know what I mean? And it's like I feel like generally now we're beginning to see that come into play now because Salah has now gone. He's added his people in. Your DNA is still there because your pillars of your team, majority of them are still there realistically. But there's that what's the word? That essence is not there anymore.
That vavavoom.
It's gone. It's like that fire is gone. Because with Thiago, I can try said, "Oh, I love being at Liverpool because yeah, they're a big team, but you felt like you had to work for it. You felt like there was that underdogness about Liverpool as a club, as a city, and stuff like that." I was like, "Yeah, bro, that's all well and good, yeah, but see when you spend when a manager spends half a bill and the team has now lost 4 games in a row, what does that actually say about the manager? What does that actually say about that team? Because again, I've said it. What I said it like a couple weeks ago. Given Salah that contract that you gave him,
We
this
both
is
told you. We both
this is
told you this. I
this is
told you it was Aubameyang.
this
Aubameyang.
is
I'm gonna give
Aubameyang,
you my hypothesis on Salah in a minute, anyways. But
bro. Like this is you give a player like this. Like well, how old is Salah? 33, going 34.
30 33, yeah, he'd be 34 in the summer.
How much? And the money you gave him off the back of brother, that was his last hurrah, bro. You should have packed him off the Saudi when you had the chance, sincerely. Because once you have your star player hitting a certain age and he's not even 30, 31, he's 33, bro, you have to start planning for your future. You have to. And either means that you tell Salamo, look, love you, thank you for the 50 GA, go to Saudi Arabia. Let's take the money, let's go and reinvest that into get some players. That's what you do. You don't now offer my man. How much is he on?
450, 400 a week.
450 Great British Charlie Pound.
Deserves it though. He deserves it.
Charlie Pound.
We're not saying he
You gave
doesn't deserve it, but we're saying at the
you
same
gave
time,
it.
what the hell
But
would you
that's
give
what I
him?
mean. It's just like this is money that you could have gone and reinvested into your team better. Do you know what I mean? Because now look, imagine doing 50 GA in the previous season. His legs are shot, man. Sincerely, like brother's legs are bro. His legs are finished. The guy doesn't have the he's not the as naturally gifted as Ronaldo or Messi, where health wise as well, where he can just be churning this thing out year after year after year after year. The
You
guy's
say
legs are finished,
you
bro.
don't want you 50 GAA. He said, yeah, fuck this shit, I'm out.
Because you can even see as he's playing the touches. You know, the previous years they ping a long ball, Salah just kill the ball dead, feint the man, and he bend it. Bro, I'm watching this guy 3 times in a row miss control a ball. This is not, bro. Like I don't know how you guys fix this issue. Sincerely, I don't know. I actually don't know because it's either Salah switches on and helps you guys get back into the groove, or Slot actually sits down and be like, okay, I need to come up with a brand new formation or I'm gonna have to try something else. But maybe Salah is not included in this thing going forward because again, Salah has Afcon now in Jan. What happens then when he comes off from Afcon? How much depleted now is he gonna be?
I don't know. It's even crazy if you think about it. He has AFCON and Jan, then obviously back to the Premier League, then World Cup in the summer as well. He's not gonna get no time off.
I think he's going early on Salah. That is the one player where at the end of the season, every season, when it's all said and done, he puts up the numbers. A lot of the seasons, most years he starts off, he comes out the blocks quick. He'll have like 10 goals in the first 14 matches or something, and you're thinking, oh, he's gonna break the goal scoring record, he's gonna break the assist record, and then he slows down at the end of the season. He doesn't break those records. I think this season is gonna be the opposite way because he's used to playing with Trent Alexander-Arnold for the past 8 years. That chemistry is gone. He's used to having Henson for a majority of his Liverpool career on that right side filling in. That's gone. He's used to Jota, Nunes, Firmino. They're all gone. Everyone he's playing with is new. When he understands these guys a little bit more and it clicks, he will. I will guarantee you, this guy will score around 20 Premier League goals. Like I'm not even like it's not even a debate for me.
I don't think he will. I don't think he will.
But he does it. Okay,
Because we're nearly in November, and he doesn't even have more than five. Do you know what I'm
that's
saying?
fine.
And it's fine, but it's one of them ones. Then he's gonna go Afcon in January. He's gonna come
Mhm.
back. Now he's gonna be in the thick of it. Well, Afcon is usually finished middle February. I want to say
Yeah, something like that.
middle February. So now he's gonna come back into the thick of it. Premier League is flying. There's another international break in March again. Like his rhythm is gonna be too disturbed this season, and then the fact that his usuals, his homies, his cronies, his amigos, his compadres, like you said, Trent is not there.
this guy
Jordan
went to
Henderson.
this guy went to Barcelona for a weekend, bro. Sounds like Spanish.
But yeah, no, his boys are not there. Like his homies. Trent ain't there. His day one. Do you know what I'm saying? His day zero, if you want to say. He's not there to ping him the balls and feed him the balls and all that kind of stuff as well. Henderson has been gone for a while, so he's kind of used to that. But as well, I think Jota and Nunes and Luis Diaz not being there, them three is a massive hindrance to him because
Mhm.
even though sometimes it didn't always work because they'll create chances and miss a bunch of them, but when it worked well. Do you know what I'm saying? The kind of, I don't know, the camaraderie between them on the football pitch was near telepathic at certain points. They just knew where each other was going to be. Isaac, not Isaac, Nunes was played with Salah. Salah was able to play with Nunes, and it was like that all over the pitch as well. And not having that, and then Slot kind of going away tactically from what worked so well last season to whatever he is trying to do now. I feel like he's trying to do irritation of PSG for some reason with their flying fullbacks, have them really up high and all this. Like it's just not working. PSG can do all out attacking because it's only PSG that's going against PSG in that league. On there's nobody else there. Do you know what I'm saying? In the Premier League, you can't be playing a 4-2-4, big man. Do you know what I'm saying? You cannot be doing that because you're going to turn the ball over and you are finished
Mhm.
on the counter attack. You are like easy food. Absolutely, like the chance that Salah missed when everybody was pushed up high. He's you guys are so lucky that didn't smack off the post and then ricochet back out, and then
Yeah.
United would have been on you guys. It's even good that it just went out because, bro, the way United would have been on you guys on the other way would have been like nothing you've never seen before. It would have been like a dog in heat. Do you know what I'm saying? That would have been all over his, and just some of his substitutions as well. I'm not really getting. Do you know what I'm saying? And then even the personalities choosing to start certain games. Like, what does Joe Gomez have to do to start a game? Like this Subaslight experiment at right back, I don't understand it. Why don't you just stick Joe Gomez on the pitch and play Subaslight in the 10 or in midfield? Why are you playing Subaslight right back? And it's not
Yeah.
like Joe Gomez is a bad player. Joe Gomez is Premier League proven, sturdy. Do you know what I'm saying? He knows exactly what he's doing.
Bro,
What does Chiesa have to do?
they signed a right back that can't play right back in Frimpong, bro. Here we are.
Do you know what I'm saying? Like, what does Chiesa have to do to get a game? Every time I see this fella coming on the pitch, he's actually trying. You know, he's a bell, and he gets goals and assists. He's like our version. He's like your version of Trossard that we have. Maybe if you start him in a game, he's not going to look that great. But coming off the bench, absolutely deadly. He set up the goal for Gakpo. Do you know what I'm saying? So it's like I don't really get it. That Rio. Like, I know he's only a kid, but you could have
Man,
given him
I'm
a couple of
not.
minutes. You could have
Yeah.
given him a couple of minutes here and there. Do you know what I'm saying?
I think This is obviously we've lost 4 games in a row, so it can't really. We need to start winning games. Slot has to revamp his what he's gonna do tactically. In the next game, it can't be the same personnel, can't be the same formation.
Mm,
And for me, maybe it's just adding to the plot. They're gonna make the documentary and they're gonna say we lost 4 games in a row, everything was going wrong. Then Slot had a dream, and then he played the diamond, and then we went on to win 15 games in a row. Look, we have the quality. We Everybody knows that. We have the personnel. All we need is the manager to make a system that gets the best out of all these players. I'm still saying I think we can only really lose one more game, 1 or 2 more games. So we have to go on an incredible run if we actually want to win this league. Which is why
And
I'm saying it's
Frankfurt
gonna
next,
be.
though.
Say that again.
Yeah, Frankfurt next away.
Yeah, but I mean in the Premier League we can only afford to lose one more game. We have 3 losses. Yeah, if you lose more than 4 games in the Premier League, when the Premier League is strong, you're not winning the league. When City and Liverpool are going band for band, we were losing 1 game in the season and we didn't win the league. Look, 3 losses is horrific because it took us. I think we lost 1 game until we won the league last season.
mhm.
So we're gonna have to go on an incredible run. And Slot, if he wants to shut up the critics, he needs to put in a coaching masterclass. And personally, I believe he can do that because he has a good track record tactically last season and even at his previous club.
Would you not say tactically maybe I wouldn't say he had a free pass, but people didn't really know what to expect from Slot on this Liverpool side. So maybe now the reason why he's because he was even saying weird stuff before the game as well. He was just like, "Oh, United don't they've played with the same lineup for the past couple of games. Now all of a sudden Benjamin Sesko's not playing and they're changing the lineup against us." I'm like, brother, what are you on about?
Focus on yourself.
You don't say. And then he was talking about the set pieces. Then he was trying to take a little dig. I was saying, oh, the people in the first half scored 70% of the goals from set pieces. And funny enough, you can see the winner from a set piece. Do you know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? So I don't know. I think last season, what's looking like to me, I don't want to go too early because there's only 8 games in. I'll give him the benefit of the doubt because you guys are winning Premier League champions. But I think everything that could have went right for him went right in the sense of him being able to win the Premier League title. And now where he's going through a real adversity for the first time, I don't want to use the whole Jota situation as you know what I mean as anything to kind of bring up, but like real adversity in the footballing wise. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like you're not really getting the results like that. Um, maybe we're starting to see the mask slip a little bit. Maybe I don't know. Tactically, is he really where we thought it was? Because I was giving him a lot of credit last season because second half you change things up. Who's tell you come here do this, and then all of a sudden you flip the game on its head. And now this season it's not really working. The juice is not really working like it is. And it's like I told you in the summer as well. I think you sold too many valuable squad players. Like I would have not got rid of Harvey Elliott if I was you guys. I, I really wouldn't because Harvey Elliott would have been great to come on against United. Do you know what I'm saying?
I think the problem with the squad players is that, yeah, I agree with you, but these guys have been squad players for years. And obviously,
Mm,
for their own personal career, they're like, bro, if you're buying birds, okay, I'm not going to start games. Let me just go. And you can't really force people to stay. Same with Keller as well. Because to be honest, that Mbeumo goal, Keller maybe saves that. But we shouldn't even be in that situation because our actual keeper should just be a normal keeper and be fit. But what I will say with the whole slot, is he being found out? Did he just have a free hit last season? Did everything go his way? It's yet to be seen because it's a little bit early. But I
mm,
think as well, him and the players they believe the hype, and you
mm,
cannot believe the hype in the Premier League. They
mm,
were like, we're the champions. We have the best manager. We spent 500 million. Even the new players were believing the hype. They thought they were
mm,
just going to steamroll the Premier League. Now they've just got a slap in the face, and it's like, look, if you want to win the league, you have to work bloody hard to win this league. Did you see the points totals and the runs that Arteta was going on? Hasn't won the league. Do you see what Klopp was doing in the past, grabbing 90 points every season? Who wasn't winning the league? So it's not a joke. It's not a joke. You really need to put the hard yards in, and no one should believe the hype that people were blowing smoke up our asses last season, saying we're this and that, and we're gonna dominate for the next 5 years like City. Doesn't work that way, pal. You need to earn these Premier League titles. No one's gonna roll over when they come to Anfield or when you go away and you're just gonna blitz teams because you have all this attacking talent. No, you need to have a game plan. You need to have control, and you need to make good decisions. And it's yet to be seen this season. But I will say it's early, and I still have a little bit of hope. But as it stands, we're not the favorites anymore.
Talk to me about Isaac.
Mm, I met his twin in Shoko, bro. I was sitting at the table right beside us. I met his cousin in Shoko. You guys don't know. Ha. Listen, Isaac, your man, what's his name? That Rory Talk Sports fella, man. Yeah, he actually made a very good point. It's just like, bro, when Isaac isn't scoring it, what is he adding to his team? Because Isaac isn't like he can. We know he can dribble. We know he's good on the ball, but it just seems in this Liverpool thing, if he's not gonna score for you, what else is he gonna do for you? Because you know, top strikers like even for example, like Harry Kane. You know, if Harry Kane's having a bit of a shoddy game, you see that he has the ability to kind of drop deep a bit, try and maybe be linking up play small. Like Isaac is a gunman, but when there's no bullets, you're just useless. So what's the point? Do you know what I mean? So I don't know, man. It's a bit of a weird one. 140 million pound, no go. Chai. Hey, bro, I don't know, man, because bro, that's like you buying a Rolex for full price and they say it's fake, bro. Like, bro, what do you mean? What do you mean by that, bro? But look, I think
And
like Pato
he
says,
had chances as well.
Hmm.
yeah. But I think like Pato says, I think it's if it clicks, everybody's in trouble. Everyone that Nani's in trouble. But right now, that thing is not clicking at all, bro.
And the
At
crazy thing
all.
is, well, I don't see it clicking anytime
And
soon.
I don't, and that's the thing.
Neither
I
do
actually
I.
don't see. It's like whatever the like, I just don't. There's something missing in your club. There's something missing in your club, and I don't know what it is. It's missing on the pitch. It's missing off the pitch as well. It's just something just isn't there. I don't know. Maybe the players are not buying into it. Maybe the in the training sessions they're struggling with the system. But brother, you can't have. And
He
I
has
think,
them doing boxing drills and all in training, bro.
bro, are they fighting? Are they going to be fighting Man United in the car park, bro? Like, but I think this is what kind of makes a manager great is that you have to don't just play to the strengths of one individual or the strengths of two individuals. You have to play to the strengths of your entire squad. That's how you get the best out of everyone. Having you have Ekitike and Isaac, both of them want to be starting. Okay, try and figure out a way to play both of them. Like honestly, bro, I won't cap. Try
Just
and figure out how to
don't play 4-2-4. That's one thing
yeah,
I'll tell you not to do.
just
Play
try.
a diamond.
Either you can do the thing where maybe someone says the right back and maybe you do the 4-2-4, but someone says the right back and someone can fill in and move into midfield. Or figure it out. Play to the strengths. Okay, Gakpo can't beat his man, but maybe you can do those crosses where he can dart in back post and get. That's how you begin to say you because Gakpo's tall, like 6'2" or 6'1" or something like that. The
Yeah,
guy
so
has like utilized. Okay, Salah's being a bit shoddy right now. Okay, maybe instead of isolating him on the wing, maybe even try and tell him, okay, Mo, maybe try and like start coming into like the 18-yard line. Don't just be out on the wing. Let Frimpong or let Bradley kind of be more so out on wide, and you kind of token a bit more, give you a bit more angle for the shot or something like that. Like use your brain. The guy's bald, airs enter in the head. Use it. I don't understand what his problem is. He's trying to do something where the players don't have the capabilities or they don't have the function to be able to do it. But for Isaac, brother, you might have to go back to Eritrea, man. I won't lie.
what I think the best thing to do is to play a diamond in midfield, two up front. Obviously, with one kind of dropping in, with the fullbacks flying. But because you have a diamond, you can have two of the midfielders fill in defensively. So don't do a diamond and everyone is just in the box because now you're conceding counter attacks. I do think though Salah might have what similar to Ronaldo. Obviously, Ronaldo's on a completely different scale, much better player, but might be a case where Salah isn't going to be shouldn't be playing as a winger. He needs to be closer to the goal. Like H was just saying, have him on the 18-yard box playing with a striker, kind of like a Marmoush and Haaland sort of vibe. Maybe that could be another thing. I don't know. Obviously, that's for Arne Slot to find out, because I think as a right winger trying to beat your man, all this type of stuff, it's not working right now. And obviously, last season he didn't have to beat his man because he was just finding those balls, those trivela passes he was doing, those crosses. But now he's playing with players he doesn't know the runs, so it's going to take a year or two, which isn't going to help him. He only has a year or two left, so I think playing him closer to the goal in a diamond with another striker might be the solution, because I think he can find the pass, but he needs to be closer to the goal, not out wide. I think near the 18-yard box, he knows what he's doing. And obviously, we know he is clinical when he's just not at the moment, but he is clinical. So I think there is a lot of different options, and it's for Ernie Slot to find out, but he needs to find it out quickly, because the further and further Arsenal break away from us, the more confidence you guys are gonna gain. You guys are probably on cloud nine right now, because you're like,
No, 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 no.
not cloud nine, but I'll say a month ago, you guys were 5 points behind Liverpool. You were probably thinking, oh, bloody hell, they signed all the players. It's actually working. Bro, how are we going to catch them? They beat us. Now you're 4 points ahead. Obviously, because of the trauma of the past, you are going to have level heads, but you are going to grow in confidence. Once the gap starts getting bigger, it doesn't just stay as what it is. It gets bigger and bigger because of the confidence.
What's even crazy about us is that we've been injury struck as well. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Saka's been in and out of the squad. Nani Madueke has been out of the squad for a bit.
Havertz.
Odegaard has barely gotten a kick. Havertz played like 30 minutes, and that was it as well. Gabriel Jesus is still due to come back as well. So it's, it's like this. We still have a bunch of players to come back, so we haven't even seen the full irritation of Arsenal Football Club, because I couldn't even tell you what our best XI is right now, because I don't think I've even seen it, to be
Yeah.
honest with you. But I'll leave the last question to you, Pato. Do you think Slot can fix this, or do you think he'll run out of time?
I think he can fix it because he has credit in the bank. Because bro, we're Liverpool.
How much credit would, because I think the credit took a big hit on the
Yeah,
weekend after that game to United.
I think winning the league at Liverpool gives you more credit than winning the league at another team, because we've only won before you came. We only won one title in 35 years.
Mm.
So if you like, go grab another manager. Good luck winning titles, because managers don't come to Liverpool and win many titles, from the looks of it. I think tactically he is a sound manager. Tactically, we saw that last season. We've seen that in his when he was at Feyenoord.
Mm.
He maybe is believe the hype and he's big brain in it, or he thinks he can just overwhelm teams with quality. There's a lot of teams like PSG and other teams that have just gathered loads of players with quality, but not actually have a system to fit them in. Sometimes a top player needs to be on the bench for the team to be better. Sometimes you need a Henderson. Henderson wasn't the flashiest or the best player, but he was pivotal in that Liverpool team that won the league and the Champions League. You don't need to have all these mavericks on the pitch at the one time. They can interchange. People be on the bench. People come on, affect the game differently. But you need to have a team rather than a bunch of individuals with great talent. So he just has to figure that out. Let's see.
And H, same question to you. Just give me a quick fire answer quickly. Do you think Slot can turn it around?
No, I think he's
Say
done.
no, say nothing.
I think again, like I said, I've been seeing this since last season. This style of play, the essence of how Annie Slot is making his kickball. This is we've just beginning to see the running out of the juice, as I'd like to call it. But like I said, you can't keep on winning games by last minute winners, man. It doesn't work like that. It's a 38 game season, bro. You run out that juice eventually.
Hmm.
But yeah, no, boys, can't argue with that. Can't wait to see what the next installment of Liverpool in crisis will be. Would they win against Frankfurt? Would they lose against Brentford? Can they win both games? Stay tuned for the next episode of Dragon Ball Z, and we'll find out. But no, yeah, guys. Obviously, Arsenal won on the weekend. I'm not too overly gassed by the performance. I'm just taking it game by game. Um, I've been in title races before, not successful ones, but I know not to get happy in October. We'll speak a little bit more once it starts getting to November and December time. But everybody that's been in a live, big up to you guys. Appreciate y'all. We'll catch you guys on the next one, please. Good night. God bless.